To what extent do you think the Taiwanese public is unusually trustworthy in a way that might not transfer to other countries that perhaps have more trolls or where there's just like less social harmony in general?
Well, first of all, I don't think there are actual trolls among
Mm.
us, right? It's not like there's some other kind of being, right? There are trolling behaviors, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but I think
It's a mode, but not a person. Yeah.
it's a mode, and the mode is largely a function of the space, not the function of the person. That is to say, if you are in I usually use the metaphor of a digital equivalent of a nightclub of smoke-filled room, you have to shout to get heard, private bouncers, addictive drinks, and so on. Then, of course, over time, people kind of scream at top of their lungs and without the capacity to listen at scale. And it may feel kind of troll-like, I guess, when doing public deliberation on that sort of places. But exactly the same of people, if you take them to the digital equivalent of a public park, of a campus, of a public library, and so on, suddenly they behave like in a town hall conversation in a very pro-social way. So I think mostly it's what you're optimizing for. If you're optimizing for click-through on advertisement for impulse buys, then well, good luck finding the common grounds or a rough consensus. But I wouldn't attribute that to, Taiwanese people are less trollish. I would say we have better digital, civic, and public infrastructures.
Yeah. In your metaphor, Facebook is like a nightclub where people are trying to,
Right,
and they're kind of
people
shouting at
scream
one
at
another.
each
It's
other.
rowdy.
That's right.
And that's the design of the place. And you're suggesting instead of trying to improve discussion of politics on Facebook, instead you can design new spaces, create new places that are conducive to people getting along, people having constructive conversations, people reaching consensus, and potentially just designing your own tool that's focused with that goal in mind is potentially more promising than trying to change Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever.
Like literally town halls, right? So
Yeah.
when the question was phrased this way, then I don't have anything against nightclubs, right? But when the complaint was like, when we try to hold town hall conversations with our mayor in a nightclub, people get rowdy. Maybe the solution is not to reform the nightlife district.